Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. It's me, your host, the Reverend Rob Lee. Wow, bang right. I'm glad everybody here. Wow, people coming in. Glad to see it. And you know what? Tonight, we're going to be talking about finding direction. In whatever area you're looking for, finding direction. You may need a little guidance. We all need some help from time to time. And we're going to take a look at it. It's going to be a 3-card spread. I'm going to share that spread with you and tell you what each card represents, where it means, and where it goes. But before we get started, let's do our usual. And first off, I want to say hi and thank you to everybody out there. Glad the tribe's here. Bang around. We are fixing to get this party started. Next, I want to give thanks and I want to ask for protection. So, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, that divine feminine mother carrying all energy, the creator of the all, we say thank you. We say thank you for the blessings. Thank you for sending angels to protect us, to watch over us. Thank you for everything that you've done. And we ask now that light radiates from each one of us, that light forms around us, a shield against any darkness or anything that is not for our higher good. May it not be permitted in, may it not be allowed to stay. In everything we ask it, make sure your words come through and not mine. Thank you. So mote it be. All right, here we go. So, you know what? Yeah, tonight, if you're writing this down, if you want to write this down, I don't have it where I could put it up on the screen, but I do have my what it is here. It's a 3-card spread I came up with for finding direction. All right, and I kind of worked with it and brought it down to a way for the live show, and it's going to be very important. So one of those things we're looking at for the live show, 3 cards. And you couldn't kind of read it like a past, present, future if you're doing a tarot reading. But if not, it's the where you stand now is card number 1. Card number 2, what's blocking you? What's the challenge? What's keeping you from finding your way? And number 3, the next big step you should take. So that's it. I'm going to try to put this up in the room in Tarot with an Attitude so people can see it. We can start sharing the spreads that I'm using when I use a spread. I don't often use spreads, but this one felt like I needed it as I was going through it when I was asking what needed to be for this show tonight. So, you know, we've got people coming in. Miss Cynthia, Gillian's here. Ellen, good to see you. You know, so many things happening. Donna, welcome. Deborah, bangarang. Man, everybody's coming in the door and so glad to see everybody here. So, let's get this party started. Is Amir going to take a step toward me by the end of October? Please, I don't know what, Tendall and card. You know what? Here's what I'm going to tell you, Ellen. I don't read other people, and that's intrusive. But here's what I'm going to do. I am going to ask what you need to know, what direction you need to take in this whole relationship with Amir. So that's what we're going to do. And this will be the last time I do a reading on Amir, okay? Because this is living. You have to see what's going on, find out what's happening. These things are going to happen. So in the spirit of tonight, finding direction in this relationship for you is what we're going to do with these cards and how we're going to read them. So let me get over here, all right? And get this screen where y'all can see it. All right, right here. Just 1 second. We're almost there. Boom. Thank you. I should have had this done already. All right. And there's the one we want. Share. All right. So now, boom. Very good. All right. So, Amir. Elam needs some direction on what's going on with Amir because anything could change about finding out, is he going to call me? Is he not? Or whatnot. Guess what? Call him or you're just going to have to wait because anything you do could change it. Anything he does could change it. Anything parents do could change it. If somebody says yes on this or whatnot, then you need to find out what's going on because, again, free will. And this is going to be the last one I do about Amir, but here we go. So what you need to know, where you stand right now in this relationship with Amir, and it's strength. You need to have strength. You need to stand by. You need to watch what you're doing. In this strength card, it's saying, be quiet. Stop wrecking your brain with it. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen, okay? Keep your mouth shut. Keep things doing what you're supposed to do, and you have to wait and see. This is going to be one of those things, the strength. That's where you're at now. You're kind of waiting and doing this, but you're looking for other things. You can't do that, all right? You have to go about and live your life like Amir isn't there, okay? That's what's important, is you continue to live your life, because if Amir doesn't call you, you might have missed somebody else because you're waiting on one person. Now, what's blocking the way? Complacency. Ooh, now let me tell you what Spirit just gave me. You're so dying for this guy and dying to see what's happening, he feels no need. If you will actually go about your life, like we're saying, live your life, okay? What's happening is you're focused on one thing and one thing only, and there's another gift coming in behind you. It's just what I said with the strength card. Spirit is saying, stop putting all your eggs in one basket, and you got to get up and start living your life and find out what's going on, see what's happening. Also, what I'm picking up is there's no need for Amir to worry, because you're not doing anything else. You're showing that you'll sit there and wait. That doesn't win. Every woman in here will tell you that. And as a guy, most guys will tell you, yeah, no, they don't pick anything up when there's no competition. Okay? I got all my time. We play the games. But so the next step you need to take in this, all right, is the Queen of Cups. It's time to love yourself. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to love yourself. You've got to love and live your life. Time to stand up, be strong, okay? The challenge is you sitting there waiting on what's coming, okay? That's what's blocking the way, is a lack of movement, okay? You're not moving. You're not doing anything. You're just sitting there waiting for somebody to drop. You're better than that, Ellen. You are a better prize than that. Move on. Have value in yourself. Fall in love with yourself. And you know what? If Amir comes around, he comes around. If he doesn't, no harm, no foul. Wow. Banger. Okay, there we go. That's what I got there. And, you know, sometimes, you know, don't shoot the messenger. We all want you to be happy, okay? But that's what's got to be. And sometimes you got to realize people are going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not. And it's that time to say, you know what? I'm not chasing this guy. And it's something a 60-something-year-old guy and some older women can tell you. You learn your lesson about. No. If I'm not worth your effort, you're not worth my time. Okay, so you talk to the hand. Bye. You know, what was that thing going around for a while? Bye, Felicia. See you, Felicia. Whatever that may be. Okay, but listen to me and understand. That's the direction for you with Amir. Okay, that's what Spirit is saying is the direction you need to take with Amir. So I wish you luck. I want you to be happy, but I want you to be happy long run, not just happy now. All right, Maria, here we go. Did my neighbor put something in my shoes? My shoes have been bothering her. Maria, again, tonight, I'm going to do about the direction you need to take, what's going on. So if you're having a problem with your neighbor, let's talk about what direction you need to head in that. And here we go. Let's find out, okay? Let's take a quick look. All right. Spirit, we are asking, and I am asking that, just want that's the one. All right. I'm asking that you give Maria direction about how to handle this issue with her neighbor. All right. What's going on? What does she need to know? And what does she need to do about it? So let's find out. Okay. Here we are. All right, Maria. So the first card, where you stand right now with your neighbor, 6 of coins. Is this about giving, taking? There's got to be some give and take here. And it's time for you to understand that maybe you need to give a little bit. Okay. This is what's coming out in the 6 of coins. And right now, maybe you feel like you've given so much and you're getting tired of it and getting fed up with being giving, and you want people to leave you alone. I can understand that. Okay. When you've given enough. And that's one of the things to realize, that this person is giving from a small bag. You don't have to give your life away. You don't have to give everything else away. Okay. So you're in this place where you've been giving, you've been tolerant, you've been doing everything else. Let's find out what the challenge is here. The challenge is being happy. All right. What's going on that we are looking for? Why is so much of this coming into your life? Finding happiness seems to be a challenge, is what this is saying. And you're not alone in this. Okay. Being able to be happy, being able to stand up and overlook some things and find your happiness is being a challenge. And in this, some of this, you have to take that responsibility for yourself about making your own self happy. Now, the next step, the next best step to take, the King of Wands. You've got to find your passion again. All right. Here's that lovely lion again. Okay. You've got to get that masculine spirit and find your passion and start moving on with what you want to do. Where you want to go. What are you trying to be? Where are you going? You have to get in that and beyond that, and in order, what's going to make you happy? Okay. What is this? Because you've got so much going on that's negative right now. Again, we have to take a look at, are we bringing people into our life that shouldn't be there? Okay. Why is your challenge being happy, and how's this playing out with other people? The King of Wands is saying, mind your own business, your next step. Okay. And you take charge of where you want to be happy. Where do you want to go? That's what I can tell you with that aspect. I do not know at this point if somebody put something in your shoe. Okay. That is something you're going to have to look at, figure out. We can ask, or you can set up get a hold of me in the links below in the description and set up a session, and I'll be glad to go into a lot more detail with you on it. But that's what I'm seeing when we look at direction for you, is finding your happiness and taking control and moving forward. Okay. Wow. Bang right. All right. Let me do some of this here. Want to make sure I'm not double clicking stuff. Monica Madigan. Hey, Rev Rob, may I get a message tonight from Spirit? Absolutely, Monica. Let's take a look, and we are going to find out for you, path, direction, things like that. I'm going to move these cards around. All right. So they're not right next to each other when I do my shuffle or do things. Okay. So Monica, here we go. Let's do the shuffle. Let's find out what's going on. But you're asking for a message tonight. So what we're doing tonight is the finding direction, finding a path. Where do we need to go? And Spirit, what Monica's asking, what I want to do is ask for Monica. Okay. She's looking for a message. So let's start with that message about where we're going, what she needs to do. What's her biggest challenge right now? So right now, where you stand right now, Monica, is we have the King of Cups. Man, this is a great card to be in. Love surrounds you, masculine. And what this is saying is you're in a good spot. You're not allowing emotions to run rampant with you, or you're trying to fight it or whatnot. The King of Cups always keeps the emotion under control. That's that masculine spirit. Grab a hold of it. Could be somebody too that is a masculine male is madly head over heels in love with you. This is where you're at right now. And you might need to be seeking some advice if you're going through some problems from somebody older and wiser. Okay. Knowing what's going on, maybe a third party or something like that. The challenge you're facing, what's blocking the way. When I look at this and what's blocking the way, is there a little bit of childishness going on in whatever this avenue is that you're looking for? Okay. What are we taking a serious look? Okay. Do you have your passion wrapped around it? And if you do, is your passion taking control? Remember, the page is that young spirit. The page is that person that can get lost. They get passionate and nothing else matters. And this is coming up in the challenge spot. So what's blocking the way? Now, the page of wands is that fire, that spirit. I want to do this. Are you rushing? Are you, whatever it is you're trying to do, are you trying to go through this too fast? That could be very, very prominent in what's going on and could be a great message for you to understand of, okay, time for me to get some stuff under control, chill out, and take a look at things from a different way. Now, the next big step for you is the Four of Coins. The Four of Coins is about establishing a new baseline. The Four of Coins is about making sure, okay, that you are standing there on a very strong base in your financial world. So if this is something financial or in your world that you're trying to build stability on, okay, now is the time. But if you're not as stable as you want to be, you might want to look and say, okay, have I done everything I need to do? Am I heading in the direction or am I pulling up short? And we all pull up short sometimes, all right? There are times I have to remind myself when I get out of bed, oh, I didn't talk to Spirit today. There are times when I sat down here and went, I'm fixing to tell everybody to talk to Spirit. And I come down here 30 minutes early to try to get myself in the game, so to speak, because I haven't done my due diligence with stuff, things like that. And these little things can weigh on us. So the King of Cups is where you're at. It's a very strong, great thing. The Page of Wands is your challenge, okay? Maybe finding your passion around something again. Are you bored or whatnot? But the Four of Coins is here to say, there's your next big step. Invest in yourself. Look at where you're at. Look at what's going on and be realistic in the real world. This is going to take you and you're going to find some direction and a path of where to go in that. Okay? Let me see what's going on here. All right? Wow. Bangarang. All right. Where'd we go? All right. There we are. All right. Yanni, may I please ask how my interview will go tomorrow with the CEO and the CFO males for executive director position? Okay. I know we're talking about this. I'm going to find out the direction. I'm going to do just what I'm saying. Okay. And Ellum, no, I'm not going to pull a pendulum on that. Okay. I'm just not going to do it. All right. That's reading him. You need to look at what was given to you and say, okay, where do I apply this in my life? I'm not going to read a mirror. Okay. And I'm just not. Okay. So we want you to be happy. We want you to do that, but you got to find some happiness within yourself. And it's time to stand up and deal with this thing, whatever's going on. Okay. So we love you. All right. But that's what's going on, Yachty. All I'm going to do right now is a reading about what is the direction, the path you're going. This is going on. This has been going on. You're looking. So let's ask for some direction in what's happening. All right. Let's see what's happening here. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All right. Yachty, good to see you. All right. Glad you're here. All right. So what I've got right here is the Knight of Coins. All right. Now, the Knight of Coins, he's facing the past and there's a moon. So there might be a secret. There's something specific they're looking for. So leave no stone unturned. All right. This is where you stand now and you keep looking at the past, trying to figure out why you didn't get this one, why you didn't get that one or whatnot. And you're kind of stuck. You're not moving. You're kind of turned in the wrong way. Make sure you're looking ahead, putting that positive flow out there. And let's find out what's going on. The challenge with whatever this is about is the Queen of Wands. All right. Your challenge is making sure you're staying passionate, your fire about yourself, who you are. Sell yourself. Okay. If this is going to be the thing, one of the things you have to show these people that you're worth it, you're worthy, you've got the knowledge and you can do this. All right. Because the Queen of Wands is your challenge in finding fire in and around yourself. Remember, independent. Are you looking? Maybe you're trying to stay too independent, or Should you remain independent? With this cat here, with this figure here that's feline, and it's large black cat. What I'm really picking up here is that always shows me independence. We have another cat over here, but we have that black, and then we have the white cat, kind of that docile, that thing. Your fire in you is going to be up to you. This is the challenge. And what I'm getting here is, in whatever you're trying to do with this, they're not picking up your passion, okay? What you can bring to the table. Are you underselling yourself? Do you need to oversell yourself? This is going to be key. Show them you know what you know. Now, what we're looking at here is, wow, again, the 4 of coins. This is saying that you could be fixing to start a new base, all right? But see how he's reaching up for the money? Don't price yourself out of a job. I have to tell people this a lot of times, and it sucks, okay? But I want you to be careful and be open to negotiations in salary. That's what I'm seeing here. We're proud, things like this, knowing what you're worth, things like that. In today's world, sometimes, remember, values shift, all right? So I'm not saying take it at a loss or don't let them berate you or whatnot, but keep an open mind. This is saying the 4 of coins is here, that you could be fixing to start a whole new financial base, all right? And reaching for the coin. Notice he's holding 1 coin. 1 coin. A lot of these 4 of coins often show multitudes of coins. 1 coin here. And this is what you need to do. So take a look, listen, find out, and don't be afraid to negotiate. But also don't sell yourself short. Okay? Know who you are and don't be too prideful. You got to find that balance of what's going on. But start looking towards the future and not trying to figure out what mistakes you did. Okay? Does that make sense? I hope so. Wow. Bangarang. Okay. Let's see what's happening. All right. And good luck with that, Yachty. Good luck. That is, we're all wishing you best. Find out what's going on. All right. Let me mix these cards up here. All right. Here we go. So, boom. All right. Juliana. All right. Juliana is here. Let's see what's happening. All right. Hi, Rob. I want to know what is the next step in my self-love journey. That's great. That is great. My guides told me that to my life move on, I need to be more confident, but I don't know how to start. Okay, let's take a look at that. And that's perfect for tonight with what we're looking for. Finding direction and how to go, because the last card is your next step. So, fear is huge. Fear is the mind killer, as I like to say all the time to people. And it is scary to start out, start over, start on your own, do whatever it is. But Juliana, all right, you need to understand you are valuable. You are, let me see, I'm making sure, yeah, it's about to mess the cards up really bad. All right. You know what? Nobody's perfect. Nobody's flawless. That's part of life, is you going out and trying something and making a mistake and realizing everybody makes mistakes. That's how we learn. That's how those things go. What I'm being told is right now, what I'm getting is fear is playing a big factor. Okay. And I'm glad that you're seeing you need to be more confident, because what's happening is the lack of confidence is keeping you from moving forward. Okay. How do you build confidence? You know what you do? You fail. You know what? I'm going to bring this off right here. We're going to do the reading, but I want to talk to you. All right. You know what the confidence builder is? It's not doing it and winning. The confidence builder is trying something and failing and then realizing, oh, did I learn from it? Do I need to change? But I'm still here. I still have my life. I can charge forward. That's how you build confidence, because it's letting go of that fear of failure, letting go of who you are. One of the things, like if you're in school or something like this, another person I know, Jay Mata, he and I approach things a lot of the way. His wife, April, same way. And one of the things my wife will tell you, if we're in a classroom setting or doing something, they say, who wants to go first? My hand's the first one up. Okay. Number one, if I fail, I don't care. I'm trying. I'm there to learn. All right. Number two, by me failing, it helps other people that are watching go, okay, he made a mistake and he's still holding his head high and proud. Everybody loves him. You know what? You can do the same thing. That's being brave, letting that fear go and stepping out. What's the biggest fear in today is what they're saying in the American world is the fear of public speaking. Find some place, give a speech, write a speech, give a speech, write a letter to the editor, something, but start putting your voice out there and then learning to accept, I don't care if you criticize me or not. I gave you my opinion. That's it. Take it or leave it. Kind of like what I do at the end of the show. So Juliana, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to preach, but that's very important. And Spirit gave me that to tell you that's what's going on here. And one of the things I used to do with some salespeople is I would take them to a mall, dump them out, and say, everybody give me all your cash, and you can't come back until you have $3 in your pocket. And they're like, what? Yeah. You're going to go into this mall and you're going to talk to somebody and you're going to talk to people and find out if somebody will give you $1. Because at the end of the day, they'll either move on, talk to you, or whatnot. But you're going to learn how to represent yourself because you don't want to be a bum. You want to come off like a homeless person, and you start learning how to represent people. And I never had anybody fail to come back without the $3. Okay. And it just helps them talk to people, learning, stepping out and doing things. That is going to be huge for you. So where you stand right now is the 9 of coins. You have this desire. You're on the brink of manifesting anything you want to do. Okay. This is where you're at. You're already there. You're doing work. You know what to do. It's going to be getting over your mind because Spirit is saying, we're here to help you. The energy is there for you to manifest. You're right there. You just haven't done it yet. So what's your biggest challenge? Your biggest challenge is, oh, I got to stick to the rules. Your biggest challenge is, what are people that are doing this before me going to think of me? You know what? There are a lot of people out there with bigger audiences than I have that have a lot more views on YouTube, but I'm growing and we're going to keep growing. And guess what? I put some pretty crappy videos out when I first started and things get better. And I'm still not ashamed to look at a video and go, or a show on an evening and go, that didn't work that well. All right. I got to shift gears. I got to do something. This is how you build self-confidence, is realizing, you know what? You've made mistakes in the past. All right. Are you still living in the shadow of them? So the Hierophant is your challenge. It's learning to live at that higher power. It's learning the Hierophant of being judged by other people or other people you seem better than you when in fact, nobody is better than you. Okay. That's going to be the key thing for you to find there. I put my, people know me. If Donald Trump or Joe Biden walked down my street, I'm talking to them just like I would anybody else, with respect, okay, for their position. Doesn't matter which one, still president, okay? But one of the things you learn, most women put their underwear on one leg at a time, just like you do, okay? When it's all said and done, when it's all stripped away, everybody's got an issue, okay? They are no different than you. What you want to do is surround yourself with these people and say, okay, what did you do to succeed? I'm starting out, okay? And if somebody shrugs you or lets you go, they don't want to help you out, guess what? Leave them be, because you don't want to be that person down the road anyways. So your next big step, look here, live, get out in the world. Understand the world is there. Spirit is lining you up for success. There are things you have to be, but what I'm really picking up on is your strongest challenge is that mom or dad might be judging you. People are going to tell you you shouldn't do this. And I can tell on your picture, okay, that you're a lot younger than me, okay? And let me tell you something, you're not going through something a lot of people don't go through when they want to be accepted, when they don't want to hear, oh, I failed, especially parents, okay? It's hard when parents, because they don't understand, oh, I told you so. Oh, I told you so, okay? You have to understand, parents don't want to watch you make the same mistakes they did, okay? And a lot of parents want to live vicariously through you. They know they should be in a better place than what they are. So therefore, they're trying to push you to do something different than what they did. So what you need to understand here in the world is it comes to each person a time to step out in the world, do what you feel you need to do, live your dream, live your life, and the world will be yours. You've got the smarts. How do you have more self-confidence? You know, like I said, you try and fail. You fall off the bike, all right? But what happens if I don't fall off the bike? That means you succeeded, okay? Next step, all right? It's that simple. You will either, and every time you fall off the bike, when we were kids trying to learn to ride a bike, we just had pictured broken bones, mayhem, madness, blood spewing out of our ears. And a lot of times it was a scraped knee, okay? And then we got up and we learned how to ride a bike, okay? And we learned, guess what? Don't take your hands off the handlebars until you know how to do that, okay? Do it one at a time first. That's part of life. That's what we're hearing. Spirit is telling you, I am here to help you. God wants to help you. The mother wants to help you. It has given you everything you need to succeed. You have to reach out for it, okay? I'd love to talk to you more. Let me know if you need a session, book a session. I'll be glad to go over that with you. But bang, right. You got this, girl. You got this, all right? We know you've got it. All right, Deborah, Rev Rob, I would love a message from Spirit, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Deborah, I'm going to shift decks. I was just kind of told to shift decks for you. I don't know why. So it might be something in the artwork that we're supposed to see. I'm going to go back to my Lost Tarot deck. Let's find out what's going on. All right. While I'm doing this, we're going to look at Deborah. I would love a message for Spirit, please. So, Deborah, again, we're going to ask this for direction. And we always can use direction. Everything, like I said before, to Elam, things change, life changes, takes turn, things happen because it's not just our life. Other people, other things influence it. So let's take a look. So where you stand right now, I've been told to cut again. All right. Where you stand right now. Wow. Let me bring this up so you can see it. Okay. Is the Emperor. You are in charge. You have the decisions. You have the power. Are you owning it? You get to do things that you don't want to do. We're back, or that you want to do. The 4 is here. The 4 is about that base, establishing a solid base. The Emperor, everybody's like, why did the Emperor come forth in the whole deck? I want you to understand, numbers mean things. And the 4 is the Emperor, your base, your power, your morals, your ideals, what you want to do, how you shape your world, okay? And if you look here, the Emperor is holding this wonderful bouquet, okay? And the Emperor is saying is, I'm reaping from my garden. You have the ability to do that. You can stand tall and take that role right now. Now, what's the biggest blockage? Queen of Swords. Your blockage. Getting out of your own head. Okay? This is one of the things where you might be overthinking something, overanalyzing, bringing it true, because this is the challenge spot. The Queen of Swords is about how we think, how we communicate, how we talk. But the Queen talks about internal, and she's talking about how you're talking and communicating with your own self, okay? Are we letting things in our head run away with us that we shouldn't? Should we allow some emotion to come in? What's going on there? Let's find out, because here we've got the next big step for you. Fortitude. It looks to me like there's something you want to do. There's some way you want to live your life. There's something that's happening, okay? You have the power to do it. But your challenge is up here in the noggin, okay? That's what's going on. Your strength, the next step, is you're going to have to still that anger, whatever that is in your head, the thing that's going on in your head. I'm going to bring this up so I can talk straight to you. You're going to have to still that. In that, I'm going to show it to you again. You know, she's whispering to calm that wolf. And this is one of those things where it's like, you've got to calm down whatever's going on inside that you're mentally turning into a huge stopping point, okay? Whatever that is. You've got the beast. You can use the beast, all right? But you don't have to use it, all right? Fortitude is everything. 8. Remember I said numbers are everything. 8, okay? She would be the 13. There's no number on a queen, but she would be the 13th in the line. 13, 1 and 3. There's that 13, letting something die, so something new, and she's out looking for something new. And this might be your challenge to find out what's going on, is finding that something new, where to go. And what this is saying is you have to make your effort, and you've got to push on. Fortitude is going to be there's going to be some things you don't know or whatnot. Live your life. Try it. Okay? That's going to be very, very important for you. Is that next step is fortitude. You've been through a lot. Okay? And God love you. You know, I don't want to go through some of the stuff you've been through. All right? But the sun comes up. Life goes on. Things happen. And we cannot be defeated. You are meant to be a conqueror. You have love in your soul so much. You have a love for life, but it may have been lost, all right? And that's where that queen is coming to a challenge. What are you telling for yourself? Why are you not looking for, you want this happiness, you want to join? You've got to go find it. But this is going to come to you from the way you're communicating with yourself. Fortitude. It's hard. It is very, very hard, but you can do it, okay? I know you. You've got the power. You've got the strength. Gracious and Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, there are people in our audience tonight. Juliana, Deborah, Yadi. I need them to understand the power that they have in their grasp. Send Michael to these ladies. Send Michael to these people, to let them hear his voice and to understand communication and the way you thought, it's in your control. That they are power. They can step up and step out into the light and bask in it and enjoy it. Help them find this direction in communication and in the way they're thinking about these issues that they're going through. In all that I ask it, so mote it be. Sorry, just felt like I needed to do that. Okay, so there we go. All right, Deborah, bangarang, let me know. You know, as y'all go through this tonight, and I don't see it, Gillian will post it. She will tell me later. Let us know if something resonated with you. If you're new here, do me a favor. Go hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Know that I'm on TikTok and I'm on Instagram. You can go find us there. I'll do shorter readings for astrology, horoscopes, things like that on TikTok, but then you can get a more in-depth one right here on Tarot with Natitude. So you can go take a look at that and find out what's going on. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and then share. So let's find out what's going. What's coming for me in coming days? Peace, here we go. All right, in finding direction, let's take a look. What's happening? I'm going to go ahead and deal all 3 cards out. Just been told to do that so I can see what's happening, because I feel like if I read 1 card at a time, when I get to the end, it's going to unfold a clearer picture. So here we go. So peace. All right. Where are you standing right now? All right. Looks like commitment and love right there at the beginning. The challenge. 5 of coins. Wow, this is interesting. This is interesting. And then we have the Queen of Wands is your next big step. So what I'm doing when I'm looking here, all right, this talks about a relationship. Doesn't have to be a romantic relationship, but it very well could be. And this is piece talking about a huge commitment. Commitment. This is the key takeaway on this card. And what you're seeing here is the 6 is victory. 6 is always breaking through. We've come out of the crap of the 5, and now we're into the 6, and you're able to declare victory and move forward. So where you're at right now is you need to understand you are loved, you are cared for. There are people that have your back. Now, you might need some help is what I'm getting, okay, peace? And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to offer help if somebody asks for it, okay? Wherever this fits. But this is your challenge. Your challenge right now is in taking help, taking advice, or understanding there is a need for help and you don't want to ask. And you know what? We're all prideful. We do that and we get lost in it and things like that. And then we realize, man, if I had just asked, somebody had the answer, okay? Remember, when you ask advice, it's advice. You don't have to take it, okay? And if somebody gets pissed that you didn't take their advice, you're the wrong person to ask advice from. You need to find people that know what they're talking about, what to do, and tell you. They will start out with, here's what I did. Here's where I messed up. Here's where I would do it over again. Your call from that point. I will support you. And what this is saying is you have the support you need. There is a support system in place. So you need to ask for this help in whatever this is that's going on. The Queen of Wands is here to say you are responsible for your happiness. Here we are, feline again, independence. Look at this sunflower, making her garden grow. She is here to let you know in this Queen of Fire, okay, that you are responsible for making things happen. You have to trust yourself, okay? Let your people, I know some guys laugh at me, don't care. My wife started rewatching Downton Abbey, and this time I watched it with her, and we're going through it. And let me tell you something, love it, love it. But when we see these types of castles, these types of mansions, there's a whole fleet of people that the owners of that depend on, okay, to help them live this lifestyle. You need to understand these people are here for you. They'll help you whenever they can, but you have to ask for it. And it's up to you to go ask, up for you to build your life, and up for you to light that fire so things can move forward for you, okay? That's your next step. Wow, banger. Okay, let's see what's going on. I love it. Glad everybody's here. Jennifer O'Rourke coming at you live, 3D. Let's see what's happening. Okay, here we go. Jennifer. Hi, Reverend Rob. If time allows, can I have a reading tonight? Always appreciated. Jennifer, you are always appreciated. Let's find out what's going on, okay? Let's see what's happening, okay? Jennifer O'Rourke. Let's find out. And we're going to go here. Man, nope, I'm going back. I can't make up my mind which deck. Okay, we're going to go with this deck. And if something comes up, Spirit will lead me to the other deck. Okay, let's find out. Jennifer O'Rourke, let's see what's happening. Let's find out if it's going to be a party or we just got a little bit of work to do. All right, Jennifer. All right. So, Spirit speaking out, talking about the magician. All right, the magus. It's all you. Everything is you. This is where you're at. Understanding you're in control. You have the power. If you don't feel like you're in control, you have control. You can make things happen. You have magic about you. You have that spirit that's there to say, I can create, I can do, I can lead. I have the strength and the power. I am numero uno, the beginning. Number one, the individual. It all starts with you. Your biggest challenge right now, Queen of Cups. Loving yourself. Does that make sense? Okay. Somehow I don't feel that's right, or you're hiding it very well. But the Queen of Cups is your challenge. And remembering, are you being too hard on yourself? All right. Love yourself. Remember who you are. how powerful you are, how beautiful you are, what you have to offer the world. People will look to this and know that. I'm going to get this last card so we can find out. The Emperor. Okay. Now, when I got the Emperor, I got two flashes on this. All right. You have the power. Everything belongs to you. Okay. You're the nurturer. You're the mother. Okay. You take care of things. The Emperor is exactly opposite that with, okay, that masculine, huge masculine energy that we've talked about. Okay. Your challenge is letting something go to make some new things happen and allowing yourself to love or get over something, it sounds like. All right. But also, you've been given somebody or someone that is very strong arm to lead on, or somebody that will help you through, or you've been given that power yourself. And I think this is where I'm tending to go here, masking spirit for clarity. I want you to understand that masculine power within you to make decisions. All right. Whatever that may be, because we're pointing at you to begin with. And that's why I had the flash of a very strong male being there to help guide you or to know whatever to be able to walk on. But they're going to want you. Any emperor is not going to want to carry his army. They want his people, his advisors, and everything to stand on their own feet. So that's what's going on here. And it's time for you to stand strong, make your rules, look at what's going on, reap your life and reap the whirlwind, because you have the power to just build this beautiful kingdom. And I think you're already on your way. You might have had something happen where you got to remind yourself of how powerful you really are, okay? And the love that you deserve, all right? Not only from other people, but from yourself, all right? I don't care what happened. I don't care what mistake you made. You know what? It's still, at the end of the day, if you don't love you, nobody else is going to love you. It's that simple, okay? Now, our emperor here, all right? So I've got 13, 17, 18. 1 and 8 comes together for a 9 for this reading. 1, right there. 8, movement, learning, figuring out what's going on, being an apprentice, finding this out, getting passion, looking at the details, okay? They come together for a 9. Now is a good time for you to manifest and bring something into your life. Grab hold of this emperor energy, bring it in, use it, and you'll be awesome for it, okay? Wow, bangerang. That's so cool. That's so cool. If there's anything I can do, let me know, all right? And we will find out and see what's happening. Tammy, Sprinkle. I love me some Sprinkle, all right? Glad to see you, Tammy. Am I going to be back in Florida, y'all? We're leaving here on the 8th, 17th, and 18th. We're going to not be back until the 23rd or 24th. I'm going to take my laptop with me, but we're going to Florida, is where that came, for a week and a half. Going to see my kids. Going to go see Bruce and Bridget. Taking a little 4-day cruise, having some good time, and we're going to enjoy that. But Tammy, I'll be down there and be up in your neck of the woods, checking some things out, okay? So love to see you, love to talk to you. So here we go. Tammy Sprinkle. If spirit leads you, I would love to have a general reading. Thanks, and love you. Love you too. Always glad when you're here. You have been around with me and shown me so much. I just appreciate you. I just appreciate you so much. And I just can't say thank you enough. So Tammy, here we go. Let's do a direction reading for you. Find out what's going on. All right. And here we go. Boom. Okay. The direction reading. What? Tammy Sprinkle. Tammy Sprinkle. All right. Here we go. Tammy. All right. So where you stand right now in doing this is, I mixed them up. It's okay. We have the 6 of coins, all right? What I just got to caution, be careful about giving too much, all right? This really came in for me, okay? You might be trying to help too many people with too much, all right? Let me know if that makes sense or whatnot. I can't see it right here, but Gillian will let me know. Okay. My unsweet tea. All right. So that's where you're at right now. It's giving. And what I want you to see, here's what I talk about when I talk about this 6 of coins from a small purse. She didn't bring her whole safe with her. We can overgive. We can give too much. All right. And that's where you're at right now. I want you to be careful. This is a caution. What's your challenge? Oh, yeah. Trying to take on and do more than what you're supposed to do. And remember to take care of you. All right. You and yours. That's it. We can get caught up in that. I got to give. I got to give. Tammy, you're a nurturer. You're a carer. You're one of these people that want to make sure everybody's okay. I got news for you. You can't do it. You can only do the best you can do. Your challenge here is trying to move mountains that aren't yours to move. All right. And that is, again, it's a challenge. We've got the page of coins. And look, he's sitting here. You know horses. We got this kid trying to push a Shire horse. And what I always find funny is the maid is sitting up on top, the maiden or whatnot, the princess, kind of looking over to the left, laughing because the horse is just kind of laying and he ain't going nowhere. All right. This is that giving help. And your challenge is you're trying to do too much. If you want to move a horse, where do you move it from? You take it by the reins and you lead it. And sometimes I feel like you might be doing too much. Now, you let me know if I'm off base. I would love to know things like that. Here's what we've got. Wow. This is all reading like a book, Tammy. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands. 6, again, being victorious. That head knowledge, that space. In the 6 of Wands, in the story of the Wands, all right, tried so hard where they forgot the rules and they gave up and they gave too much either of themselves or they got so frustrated they brought it to a bad end. All right. It is okay to set your eyes on a new horizon, a new goal. Look at this. We have a castle. She's leaving things behind and moving things on. She's got her children huddled close and letting spirit guide her. Normally, these swords are all stuck in the boat, and there's somebody standing over her rowing the boat. She is allowing spirit to give her direction, okay? And that's your next best step, is to say, okay, if I can't do this, all right, what can I do? And maybe some of these people, you know, what's the old saying? Give a guy a fish, you feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, he feeds his family for the rest of his life. Okay. I probably butchered that up. So let's find out what's happening there. Okay. But I want you to understand it's okay to go, you know what? Sometimes I got to let people be people and I got to move on and do whatever I need to do. Okay. So set that new sail, set that new sight and find out what's happening. Okay. You got this. I know you got this. You've been through a lot too, and you can make this happen. Okay. So there we go. Yep. All right. There we go. Andrew, good to see you. Am I on the right path? Andrew wants to know if he's on the right path. Okay. You know what? You're asking about direction. So I'm going to bring a card up. All right. It says where you're at now. All right. I'm really getting the feeling it's just flooding into me that you are on the right path. Now, I don't know if that is true or not. We're going to pull some cards here and find out, you know, but Andrew wants to know if he's on the right path. So, you know, where this is saying you're at now, okay, is there are changes that are coming, the tower, you know, so yeah, if you're looking at making some changes, that's where you're at right now. So let's look at what your biggest challenge is going to be. 7 of Swords. All right. This means you got to stand up and stand tall and don't let other people tell you where you need to be or where your dreams need to live. Okay. Up here. Don't let other people beat you up upstairs. Oh, let me get this up so you can see the cards. Okay. And I am going to do this for you real quick. Okay. Pendulum, will you work with me this evening? Okay. Pendulum, is Andrew on the right path? Absolutely. But Andrew, I feel like somebody's trying to pull you off that path. You might be flooded with opinions or whatnot. You hold your course. Some people don't want to see you win, all right, is what's happening here, okay? And that's what I'm really feeling. Now, your next best step, and you've got spirit at your back. Spirit's guiding you. You look to spirit for direction. You be true to yourself, all right? Balance, healing. If they don't like it, they'll get over it. You know what, Juliana? If they don't like it, they'll get over it, okay? You have to follow your path. You know where you're going. Your path may not seem right to other people. Lord knows I've walked paths that didn't seem right to other people, all right? But you know what? Man, I've had a life. It's been full of ups and downs and a roller coaster or whatnot. And the downs can be very low, but the ups are very high. And wow, what a ride. Would I have changed any of it? Probably not. Okay? Probably not. Because I trusted my inner spirit. I trusted myself. There's only one time that I did not do what I thought I should do. Okay? And I've regretted it every day. Okay? I've regretted it every day. I don't know if things would have been different, but I have regretted that one time that I listened to other people, particularly my parents, tell me what to do. Well, 2 times, and both of them involved my parents, okay? And they were wrong. They were absolutely wrong, okay? Being a parent doesn't make everybody 100% right. Children have to live their own lives. They have to go. And Andrew, what I'm seeing here for you is the need to follow your path. You are on the right path. You're heading the right place. Your next step is the star. Get balanced. Be patient, allow healing and guidance to come in and take place. And brother, you're going to be just fine. Bangarang. That's crazy. All right. Awesome. So let me take a little sip of my coffee here. All right. Aunt Shiesty plays. Hey, hello, I'm Auntie. I have a question. If you can do the reading. What is my love life looking like? Okay, Shanti, what I'm doing tonight is I'm doing finding direction. So what we're going to do is ask for direction in your love life. Absolutely. Let's see what's going on. And everybody, if you want a more detailed reading, okay, several people in here have had readings with me, and they will tell you we always have a good time. We'll laugh, we'll cry, okay, but we're pretty accurate, okay, and we get to it. And I love blending. Just how I am here, I'm not foo-foo in my readings either. And some of the ladies out here that's had readings, even some of the men, will tell you, no, he ain't foo-foo. He gets right to the chase. Okay? So make sure down in the link below is how you can set up a session with me. Gillian's there. The books are there. Everything's there. Chakra clear readings and things like that. Everything's alive and well. Go there into that link tree. Now, also this coming Wednesday, Bridget and I will be back at it again and beyond the cards. And we're going to be looking at, I think we've decided to take a look at magic and different things about magic altogether. I'm going to talk to her. She was away for the week. So we haven't had much of a chance to talk, but we're going to see where that goes, because me and her talking tomorrow could absolutely take us to, we're talking about anything. I mean, crying out loud, last week was Bigfoot. Okay. Let's see where it goes. So we're going to talk about it because I like to hear what Spirit's laid on her heart. So Auntie Shiesty, all right, Aunt Shiesty, and that's a new word I'm learning. Aunt. I am a born and bred Southerner, and it is aunt. And I've always had problems with that. And but that's what's going on. Let's take a look. So Aunt Shiesty, I love it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what's happening in Aunt Shiesty's love life. We're asking for direction. We're asking for Spirit to guide. We're asking for things to see what's happening. And here we go. So something's building. You're in the works. You're looking, are you building a relationship? Because we have the 3 of coins here. And that's really kind of cool. It's talking about taking action. Are you working on building things? First thing I would ask you, Aunt Shiesty, is are you out where the people are? Are you going out to where you can meet people, things like that, or whatnot? Have you already met somebody? I don't know you that well or anything, but this is saying you've got to take the action to build what you want to build. Now, so you're in the building process, you're in the map making. What I'm picking up is you might have already spotted somebody already be in line. Remember, I love how this has the scaffolds. It's all about building and showing something being built. What we're talking about here in your love life is make sure you read the map. Make sure you read the directions. Listen, go slow, get it all right. All the clues are there. If the framework doesn't seem right, don't try to make it fit. It's not a time to get a bigger hammer or, oh, I'll change this person. It's just not, okay? Your biggest challenge, you know what? What I'm getting at, Shiesty, is you might be a little bit of a powerhouse, all right? Your biggest challenge is scaring people off. And sometimes that, I got to speak my truth. I'm always going to say what I feel or whatnot. Yeah, that can be called being a bitch, okay? So, no, I love you. No, everything. I don't mean anything with hate, but it's the way I get my point across. All right. In everything, we should have diplomacy. All right. I want you to be careful. What I'm getting here is there are people or somebody's interested, but you have to watch the communication of what's going on here. That's the challenge. You might be scaring some people. I love strong women. Gillian will tell you that. Okay. I want to know, you pissed or not? Tell me up front. Okay. Is this working? Doesn't it work? All right. When we met, we agreed to have check-ins, and that's how we talked. All right. What I do to piss you off this week so I can learn either A, you got to get over it, or B, I got to learn not to do it again. But we don't know until we talk. So what I want you to do is keep in mind what I really feel is somebody's already in the mix here. Okay. Be gentle. All right. Just use a little diplomacy right now. That's going to be the thing. The challenge is not striking out, even if you've been hurt, okay, or somebody does something wrong. This could be somebody that's witnessing how you handle it, and you don't want to let them, okay, scare them off, all right? So, look here. Your best step, the next best step, 10 of Swords. You know what? Don't kill them. That's not what this is saying, all right? But the next best step is to realize it's time to start over. There might be some things here mentally that you might have to shift gears and say, you know what? I can't keep all this crap from the past. It's time for me to let some stuff go, stop dragging stuff around. You know, we all talk about we've been hurt. I'll never let anybody treat me that way again or not. But I can't go into the relationship, all right, thinking that every woman does what those women did or that woman did or whatnot. I can't, all right? And that because I would have missed the most beautiful, loving, angelic person on the planet, okay, in Gillian, because it took a lot for me to see. When we met, we both swore neither of us were getting married again, all right? After a while, I'm like, no, this woman I want people to know that this woman is dearer to me than just my girlfriend. She's my wife. Okay. She takes care of me. She loves me. And on what I had to do, this almost kind of looks like an old pattern for me on Shiesty. Okay. Is build something. Be careful. We might need to learn to retrain our tongue because here we are with communications going, you know what? It's time to shift. Maybe it's time to start some things over, but this is your power. Your next best step is to be able to go, you know what? All right, I'm going to change the way I speak to people. I'm going to change the way maybe somebody's communicating with me or whatnot, but it is time. Swords is all neck and above communication and analytical thought, that actions conscious thought. And I want you to realize that 10 is about things starting over. In numerology, there is no 10. It goes 1 through 9. 10 becomes a 1 again, a new beginning. Only in tarot is 10 an actual number, but it's cycling something coming to an end. Whatever brought this out, you have something awesome that's coming. Be careful you don't scare it away. That's going to be the problem. That's what I see. And on Chicey, I wish you all the best. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. Thank you for being part of Tarot with an Attitude tonight. I'm glad. Wow. And the hits, they just keep on coming. So let's see what's happening. So everybody, I'm going to go back through these comments tonight. Take a look at them. Gillian kept me going with everybody, letting me see who had questions, so I didn't get off track. But here we are. So it's important for everybody to know. In this reading, take what you want. And you know what? Discard anything that doesn't matter. It's okay. All right. But all I want you to do is having realized I'm here to try to help you find peace, joy, happiness, and to be able to find the best spot for you. And coming up here in the week of Halloween, I will be live again. We don't have an exact date at the Off Cabot. So if you're in New England at that time, man, once I get the ticket sales out, we're going to be going. We'll find this and we'll get it all set up. I don't want anybody to miss it. It's going to be great. All right. So, and the recording's supposed to be coming from the last show I did, and we'll get that put up. Okay. I'll get that put up for everybody to see or whatnot. Again, thank you to everybody for coming in, being a part, allowing me to be part of your life for even just 10 minutes. It is absolutely appreciated. I want everybody to find out what life is about. And it's our job here. We're the Barefoot Bangarang Tribe. Get barefoot, get grounded, reclaim your magic. And when you reclaim your magic, you can find your wings and you can fly. That's what we're all about. So everybody, have a good evening. Know that my heart's with you, and we'll see you again on Wednesday night at 8:30. Me and Miss Bridget Beyond the Cards, we're going to have something wonderful for you. We're going to have a good time. All right. Good night, everybody.